Hey guys, so welcome back to Gold Streams here. I'm going to show you a trade that I took today on the 6th of February. So it's a Thursday, it's approaching the end of the week. Okay, we've had a very bullish week in gold. Came into the markets this morning. We set out support levels. So as you can see there, clearly we had a support level set at 28.61. Okay, very choppy range, to be fair. But you had Wick like 40 pips, and the market could continue down around 70 pips. The top side for buys, I didn't like buys because if you look to the left hand side, the market was currently sort of sitting at like a support resistance level of like 28.69. The next resistance level was 20 pips away at 28.71. Then you had another resistance 15 pips away, 28.73. Then another resistance like 20 pips away. It wasn't looking nice. The only clean range, what could be considered clean range, was above 28.75 for like 50 pips for buys. But I came in and I was like, hey, this is the 30-minute time frame. Let me console the other time frames and see exactly what I can get and see what we can look for. We can see that gold is making sort of a support at 28.68. Okay, so the support that you can see currently with some rejection wicks to the downside. I didn't really see it necessary to take a trade at this moment. The reason for me not taking the trade is I wanted some sort of closure. I wanted some sort of confirmation. So this was sort of very, very early in the day. This was 7 a.m. CET time. So this is the 4-hour open. Okay, so pre-London 4-hour open. And I wanted to see sort of what the 4-hour candle does. Previously, the 4-hour candles were printing literally side by side. Even the 4-hour market was consolidating at this point. Okay, the 1-hour candle has opened up and it started making the top wick first. Made a very, very little bottom wick, as you can see. The same thing pretty much that's on the 30-minute. And so I was expecting, and I was sort of hoping if we could get a wick fill of the previous 30-minute candle. So the 30-minute candle that's currently open, the previous one, if we can get a wick fill of that candle, and that was like 27.30 pips. That's what I was sort of aiming to get out of the trade. That was just an idea I had. Now, the reason behind the idea and the reason I was looking for sales is because we've had a very bullish week. Okay, so the weekly candle is very bullish. The daily candles were continuing to move up. It's normal to see some retracement. All right. So I was expecting to see if I could get maybe, some sort of market structure to allow me to move down to the downside. Apart from that wick fill, you had sort of a range of around 30 pips in total, like I was saying. And then below, just next to the wick fill there, you had a support formed at 28.65. The next support was like 30 pips away. So it was choppy range, right? It was choppy range to say the least. So I was just sort of seeing exactly what these candles can do and exactly how these candles can move. I wasn't interested in buys. As you can see, this 30-minute candle came up, it broke the previous highs, right? And the next 30-minute candle opened up with no bottom wick whatsoever and just started breaking the highs. You'll see me now, I'm measuring the range to the top side. I don't like it. It doesn't look appealing to me. There's support everywhere on the left hand. There's resistances everywhere on the left hand side. And I've opened the magic keys up because the reason I've opened the magic keys up is because if this candle flips bearish, right? I've seen this so many times in the market, is if this candle flips bearish, breaks the previous low, it means the 4-hour candle is going to flip bearish and break its own low. It means the 1-hour candle is going to flip bearish and break its own low. Okay. And it means the 30-minute is going to break the low of a previous bullish candle. Easily, with the correct sort of entry, you can take 15 to 20 pips out of a move like this. I was expecting the wick to be filled on the left-hand side. Now, I'll show you sort of what I waited for. And what I waited for was there was a support on, and again, I don't really use this, but there was a support on the 5-minute time frame. Okay. I waited for the 5-minute candle to close below that support. All right. This was 10 minutes into the 30-minute candle. All right. So we were 10 minutes in, 5-minute candle closed. It closed below the support. The 30-minute candle was breaking previous low. The 1-hour candle was breaking its own low. 4-hour candle was breaking its own low. That's what gave me confirmation for entry. I set my stop loss and my TP at a 1-to-1, and then I had my stop loss set just above this candle, sort of breaking up bullish, because I knew if this candle came back up and started testing its own open price again, okay, and started moving bullish again, my trade idea was going to be invalid. At this point, once a candle breaks a high and it comes down to break a low, I don't expect it to come back and try and test its own high again. All right. So I've entered the trade. All right. You can see it's a 1-to-1. Well, it's a 1-to-1.3, I think, or 1.4, which is fine. Now, the mistake I made on this particular trade is because I'm trying to obviously show everybody on Instagram the trades and the entries, and just want to teach people, want to show people that with the right amount of discipline, the right amount of education, you can actually become profitable trading gold. It's not that difficult. It just requires discipline. I was recording the story for the followers on Instagram, and I forgot to remove TP and set stops to break even and hold a runner, which is fine. I mean, it's not the worst thing to forget. You forgot. You forgot to remove TP and the trade hit full TP, and oh no, you closed your trade and profit. Hey, I'm comfortable. I made 1.8% profit on this trade for the account, and then as soon as that happened, I called it a day. I turned off the PC, and that was it. But you'll see now what I did is I moved my take profit around to bring it up to about 17 pips. Okay. Thinking that, right, that was partial TP. It wasn't partial TP. Unfortunately, it was full TP, which is completely fine. Like I said, it's not the worst mistake you can make. But you can see, again, this is the 4th day in the row this week where we enter a trade and we have 0 drawdown. I don't think this trade even went into like 2 pips drawdown. Okay, so it was an amazing trade. And trades like this with zero drawdown happen when you understand market structure and you can read price action. I have some people messaging me on Instagram sometimes asking, do you follow any signals? Sort of what do you use to trade? And I tell them it's just price action. It's just simple price action. If you can wait, if you can be patient, and you understand what you're looking for, then you can take trades like this and become profitable. It's fine. So that's pretty much it in this trade. But what was funny is after this trade hit full TP, right? After this trade hit full TP of around 17 pips, the candle came down and moved a further, I think it was like 70 or 80 pips, which is completely fine. Like I said, I was completely distracted recording the actual story for Instagram. So I didn't leave a runner, but it was a great entry. And the whole point of the entry is you had the 4-hour finish making its top wick, the 1-hour finish making its top wick, didn't respect highs, it broke highs. And then when they came down and started breaking their own lows, it was what it was. All right. So that's pretty much it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and have a good day.